Test, I'm audible.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Hello, good
Mas Abdul,
evening. Yeah, good evening, Joy.
good evening, Mas Abdul. How are you
Mm,
feeling today?
Today is I'm a good. Yeah, it could be better, I think.
Great, great. Yes. Welcome back, Mas Abdul.
Mm-hmm.
We missed our second meeting last week, so due to
Yeah.
your trip overseas, right? How was
Mm.
it? How was the
I-
trip?
Mm, yeah, no, it was amazing. I went to Sumatra Island and I had to stay there for uh 4 days,
Mm-hmm.
4 days, and it was it was far from the central city,
Mm-hmm.
so uh I had to take a rent car to reach my place.
Mm-hmm.
It was about uh, 70 kilometers
Mm-hmm.
from Central City. And
Nice.
anyway, fortunately, the network network for uh, telecommunication was available, so I was happy for that.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
was
Because it made.
crucial
Mm-hmm. Because
if
it.
the connection is
Yeah.
not available there.
Yeah, maybe because it's a remote island, maybe, right?
Yeah, remote area. I mean the remote area.
Yes. All right. So
Mm.
it's not overseas trip, yeah? It's not I thought it's Singapore trip.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. What did you do there?
Now I just visit my camp there to conduct some tasks for some assignment
Mm-hmm.
for uh, some some workers there and give give something information that important that I have to conduct there, and also I broke some document administrations for administration.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to give some document to manage to management team there, and I think it was it was good,
Mm-hmm.
and I could control
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Nice.
Mm.
Uh it's yeah, it's a good work. I'm so happy for you that you have finished all of your work there. Yes, and how many days did you spend over there?
Actually, for 1 week, but I had to stay there for 4 days.
Mm.
I stayed there 4 days, and 2 days for 2 days actually for what for my trip on the
Mhm,
way, my trip on the way,
mhm.
and for to go there and to come back one
I
day,
see.
1 day each other.
Understood. Yes.
Yeah.
Was it all about work only, or did you have some time to explore the hidden gems?
No, actually for work only, but I have but actually I also have spare time to visit my colleague, my
Mm,
friends also, and I met some uh people there
mm.
uh that I that I that I haven't met before.
Ah,
And
that's so nice.
yeah, nice. It was nice.
Yeah. You made some connection, reconnect to your colleagues, friends, and other acquaintances, right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, Mas Abdul, let's get back to our business today. Since
Mm-mm.
you requested to move on to go back to academic English materials, so
Yeah.
today we're not gonna do another IELTS exercises,
Yes.
but we're gonna moving on to academic English
Yeah.
modules.
Yeah.
So basically, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
In academic English, it's all about academic settings, right? It's about
Mm.
formality, it's about how uh, to speak, write, read, or
Mm-hmm.
listen to in an academic setting. Today,
Okay.
I'm gonna give you what is it called? Reading and speaking activities at the same time. So
Mm.
we're going to read this passage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, entitled 20 Years of Pain. This is
Mm-hmm.
a study case. There's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a controversial issues in here, and that you're going to read, comprehend, and discuss with me.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, you're gonna be given these five alternatives or
See.
statements or options that you need to choose and or pick and prepare for your arguments to deliver for your speech around
Okay, I see.
3 to 5 minutes. And then if we still have some time at the end of the class, before the class ends, we're gonna discuss this cases with different circumstances one by one. Do you have any
Mm.
questions?
I think that I have to read this story, this story, yes.
Yes,
Of the case and
we're going to
mm-mm.
read them slowly but surely, sentence per
Mm-hmm.
sentence. Make sure that you really comprehend the passage because this short story contains a very complex problem that you need to solve at the end of our discussion, right?
Okay. Mm.
Okay, so the title for our discussion today is 20 Years of Pain. Can you give me a synonym of pain, Mas Abdul?
Pain similar to hurt,
Mm-hmm.
hurt,
Yes,
hurt.
exactly. Hurt,
Mm.
painful equals with hurtful, right? Uh,
Yeah.
what is something uh, coming up to your mind when I said pain? What is so painful for you?
When I got a broken heart, my
Mm,
girl, maybe I got the pain
mhm.
for a long time until I find a new one.
I see. So it's about heartbroken, right? It's more
Yeah.
about
For
mentality.
the example,
What
yeah,
about physical pain?
pain.
Have you ever
Yeah,
got physical pain before?
yeah. Of course, after we got an accident attack by car, maybe something like that, and our body get the attack from uh,
Mm,
like from motorbike,
mm,
something like that on the way, and then we get pain on our skin, our muscle, our
mhm,
leg, our hand.
mm.
Mm-mm.
Understood.
I think we feel pain. I think pain is about feeling or feeling of a
Mhm.
feeling not only non-physic but also physic.
Exactly. Agreed, sir. But I'm wondering, Mas Abdul, have you ever experienced any physical pain previously? Like those kind of terrible accidents?
Uh, physical pain. Yeah, it was a long time ago when I was a child. When I
Mhm.
was a children, um,
What
I
happened?
got I got an accident fall down from the tree when
Wow.
I climbed the tree and then suddenly the tree. fall down also with me, and I got an accident that and my blood not too much but a little bit of what spread from my body, and then I see my blood, and then I feel pain.
Mhm. That must be really painful, I bet. All right,
Yeah.
today we're not going to talk about any pain in accidents.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, we're gonna be discussing pain in marriage.
Oh, see.
You
Mm-hmm.
are already married, right? You are a
Mm-hmm.
husband, maybe a father in the
Mm-hmm.
future. And I'm no, I have no marriage experience yet. So maybe
Yeah.
this story is gonna be relatable to you. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's take a look at this instruction here, Mas Abdul. Abi,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read the instruction and I'm going to give you the rest of the passage to read sentence per
Mm-hmm.
sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to, take a look at this instruction first. Abi and
Mm-hmm.
Moon had been married for 20 years. Do you think 20 years of marriage is a long time? It's already a very long time, or it's just the beginning?
It's for a long time.
Mhm. And they had
Mm.
4 children. Then
Mm.
one day, Abi killed Moon. Read the
Mm.
story and find out why did she murder her husband. So
Mm.
that's the clue.
Mm.
You are going to find out why this wife killed her own husband. What happened? What is the problem? And is it justified for her to kill or to murder her own soulmate, or we can say
Mm.
partner in life, right? Okay,
Mm.
go ahead, Mas Abdul.
I I have to breathe all in silent, yeah? Okay.
Loudly.
Okay. What?
I want you to read this passage loudly, sentence
Mm.
per sentence, because we're going to, analyze every single word. Do you really already know all the word, or
Mm.
maybe there's a new vocabulary for you? If
Oh,
there's
okay, I see.
any,
Mm.
we're going to discuss it. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I will read. Abiel is a small woman with a gentle smile. She speaks quickly and politely.
All right. How do you pronounce this?
Quit quietly,
Quietly.
quietly. She
Mhm.
speaks quietly and politely. She seems like the nice woman who lives next door, not the husband. Abby tells her story carefully, how the problem began, how after 20 years of pain, she finally killed her husband.
Okay. From this
Mm.
paragraph, sir, do
Mhm.
you understand all of the vocabulary?
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
you already understand them, we can continue. And if there's something new, you can directly ask, right?
Okay.
Okay, next.
Abby explains, before we were married, Moon was the nicest, most gentle man I had ever met. Maybe that is why I married him. He was so kind. The first 2 years were wonderful. But then something happened. He started working late, not coming home, and drinking a lot.
Okay.
Mm.
Before we go deeper, Mas Abdul, uh,
Mm-hmm.
can you give me your analysis why the behavior of the husband had changed after 2 years of marriage?
Mm, I I it I didn't see anything clue why the problem show from their story.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
but
I'm not asking this specific issue first, but
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about in general. What
Mm-hmm.
happened in your analysis? What
Yeah,
possibilities might happen?
yeah. Uh, uh, Abby's, husband, was changed, uh, of his behavior from from gentleman, from a nice person, to be to be like a broken husband, maybe.
Mhm.
He start working late, something like not coming home, drinking a lot. I think that her husband doesn't care anymore about their family, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So why do you think this man didn't care
Mm.
anymore? What happened? What are the possible causes or factors that made him not care anymore of the family?
Maybe her maybe her her wife, her husband, maybe her husband uh found found another girl, maybe. Or maybe her husband uh what has something problem that cannot tell to his wife, because their communication uh was bad. Their communication was bad. Or maybe her husband is bored
Mhm,
with his wife.
mhm,
So uh, or maybe her husband uh, was quite from job,
mhm.
and have uh, he didn't have a job anymore, so he did something bad outside.
Wow. Yes, that's
Mm,
a good guess coming from you, Mas Abdul. It could
mhm,
be about an affair with another woman, or it could be
mhm.
about boredom, kejenuhan, boredom.
Boredom. Okay.
Yeah. Boredom, boredom. Or
Mhm.
maybe it's about financial issues. Maybe he was
Yeah.
fired by his employer. But there's an
Mhm.
interesting point coming from you that you said it's about unspoken problems, unspoken issues. What do you mean by unspoken problems? Like what?
Maybe they they haven't much time to talk each other, to
Mhm,
build a good communication in their home. Or because of they have a different vision, or different opinion about something that cannot be matched again.
mhm,
And they feel safe in their area each other. They cannot blind each other, they cannot respect each other, maybe.
mhm. All right.
Something cannot explain by physics, or by it just explained by feeling, maybe. Mm,
Mm, okay. You might be right, Mas Abdul, but let's see what really happened in here. Go ahead.
okay. She continues, speaking softly. At first, when he was angry, he just pushed me. Then later, he kicked me, or slapped, slapped it. What slap it?
Slap.
Slap it. Slap. Oh, I see. Yeah. Slapped my face a few times. After a while, he started to beat me badly.
Mm,
Once he cooked. Once he cooked. Cook what cook?
Chalk.
Choke.
Chalk.
Oh, okay. Once he choked me so hard, I thought I was going to die.
Okay. So what
Okay.
is the problem in here?
Yeah, I see that her husband was her husband did something what did something with physical action,
Uh-huh.
bad behavior, very cruel, very cruel. It was very cruel, and it it hurt. It was hurt. It hurts. It hurt. It hurt her hus. It hurt his wife. Um, and and Abby couldn't fight because he didn't have enough power, enough stronger than her husband.
Absolutely, right? I
Mm.
think you might want to say her husband
Her husband is cruel.
was
It was
violent.
violent,
Wait, did I
Mm,
misspell? Violent.
violent,
Violence, yes?
violent,
Yeah, what is violent?
violent. Pelang pe, penyiksaan.
Mhm. Oke, dari kata violence. Kalau violence, kata bendanya kekerasan.
Kekerasan, ya.
Violent adalah kata sifatnya yang artinya keras.
Keras.
Suka mukul, tempered, cruel, something like that. So
Mm-mm.
that's the word, violent. Oke, cool. Mas Abdul, next.
Abby looks down at her Abby looks down at her hands. They still have scars. They still have scars from the time her husband pushed her through a window.
Oke, what is a scar?
Cakaran?
Yes, bekas luka ya.
Oh, bekas luka. Okay.
Next.
The hands are small but strong enough to reach for a kitchen knife and stab her husband to death.
What is stab?
Stab penjepit, penusuk,
Menusuk.
menusuk.
Mhm. Next.
Menusuk ya. Okay, okay. This is what Abby did last June when her husband began to beat her again.
Okay. So,
Mm.
why did she murder her husband?
Mm. What?
Why did Abby
Yes.
murder her husband?
Yeah, because her husband did bad something to her again and again, time by time, maybe. Abby, Abby didn't have any patience anymore, and he thought that the fast way to solve the problem mm, is make her husband to that no life again, no life anymore.
Yes,
Mm,
exactly.
mm,
So, because the husband kept beating her, right? Because the husband kept, kept choking her, beating her,
mm, mm,
pushing her, right?
mhm.
Over and
Right.
over again.
Mm,
And maybe one time at the last one, Abby couldn't help it anymore. Abby couldn't stand it anymore, right?
Yeah, right.
That's why she had no other choice but stab her husband to death with a kitchen knife.
Yes, with a
Do you
kitchen knife.
Yes, based on these paragraphs, sir,
Mhm.
after you have read this paragraphs, a half of passage, do you think was it an accident or was it intentional?
What intentional?
Intentional means you really wanted to do it.
Hmm. I think it is.
Berniat,
Mm,
intensi, sengaja. Is it intentional or accident?
mm. I think it could be an accident, I think.
Mhm. Okay.
But an accident to do to what membunuh what to death to kill, ya, to kill, but it has uh, that has many reason to kill because um because there is big pressure to do that. Maybe this is the one way, the best way, maybe, I think. Because if 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 she didn't do that, maybe she she would be she would die
Yeah,
at the first. So she just membela diri, what in English,
self-defense.
she just self defense, yeah. She just did self defense, something like.
Nice. Yes, understandably, Mas Abdul, it's a very good analysis coming from you. It might
Mm,
be, it most likely was an accident because perhaps Abby didn't have the intention to kill her husband, right?
yeah,
But
right.
it is what it is. What happened already happened, right? She
Right.
she had to defend herself unless she wanted to die by her
Yeah.
husband.
Mm.
Next, what happened next?
Wife beating happens more often than most people know. Mhm. Not just here, but all over the world. In some societies, men believe it is their right to beat their wives. And to and do
Hmm?
and do or to
Oh, sorry, and no,
and do are laws against attacking people.
sorry. I think this
Law
supposed to be those,
or those. Okay.
and those
And those
are
are laws against attacking people. Most men who hurt their wives are not punished.
punish.
Punished.
Yes. So, why do you think, Mas Abdul, in some societies, in
Mm,
a certain area of in the part of the world,
mm,
that some men believe it is their right to beat their wives?
mm. Um,
What is right, sir?
right is Azazi is
Yeah.
a basic human right.
Yeah. Why do you think in some
Mm-hmm.
area in the world, there are some men who believe that they have the right to beat, to push, to choke
Mm-hmm.
their wives? Why do you think this is happening?
Yeah, because of the world has changed with the condition with the new condition, uh, and also the modernization of thinking in human as human, because of they have what knowledge, they have knowledge better than before. Maybe they do, they defend, they make why they do defend, self defend, and they have an opinion. They feel free to express their opinion, they feel free to express their ache, their behavior, even though uh they they are men,
Mm,
and they think that they live in democracy era, so they feel that woman and man is equal. So what men do is same with what women do, and vice versa also.
mm,
Women do is will be same with the men do. So it means that when we talk about the right, human right, uh, it is about the equal statement, not only for men but also for women. So some men believe to use their right to to fight their rival, to fight their wife, also to beat or something like that their wife, because they think that they use their right to because they think they use their right as a human, they don't think because they think that man and woman is equal,
mm.
so they can do anything to woman uh, as like men, maybe.
Okay, sir.
Mhm.
I have to say that this is really barbaric. This is so tragic. Uh, I don't think it's a basic human right to beat other people, right? Regardless of the gender. Uh,
Mm.
do you think this thinking style of those kind of men who believe that they have the right to hurt women is influenced by, is there any chance that it could be influenced by some religious beliefs or some cultures?
No, I think it influenced by culture, maybe, because I mentioned that before, because of uh, uh because of the world has changed, because the uh modernization uh in our thinking about because of knowledge, some knowledge or reference, some people that get the information from the internet, maybe they just see on YouTube or something like that on social media, they don't cross check again, and they don't want to cross check that culture from the western or from the any other country with their religion, maybe, or with their traditional culture that they get before from their family. So they do like that because they have, and because they have a different opinion uh with another people. They think about, they just think everybody is equal, not only woman and men, so they do like that. They think that, yeah, it can what berlaku, it can use for anyone, they don't want to see man or woman.
It
So because
applies
yeah,
for everyone.
yeah, for everyone, yeah.
Okay. It applies, sir. Applies.
Mm-hmm.
It applies. Berlaku.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, it applies. Yeah, it applies.
it.
Yeah, I see. Applies. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Next paragraph, please.
The reason most women say nothing when beaten. Abby didn't tell her relatives or friends. She didn't even call the police. Abby explains the police do nothing. If a woman calls the police, her husband can just give them money and they'll leave. Then he'll beat his wife more and more. Oh, okay.
Wow. This is really sad for me
Mm.
personally. But I am wondering, Mas Abdul, why do you think, do you agree that the police do nothing in this kind of situation?
Yeah, sometimes if I see from the movie, sometimes I see that the police doesn't work better, and also in the reality, that the police work slowly, and it will be worse, maybe not better when we call police, because that because it is hard to work together with police, because maybe police need some administration, some information that has completely to that completely that completely what mm,
Complicated?
that have to complete that have to be complete uh, by yeah, that they want to get the complete information from us, and they need something that can be proven uh, as a proven something, and then and also they need, yeah, yeah, I think maybe police will need money need
Yeah.
money to make to make uh, to make the police decision will be faster.
Mhm. Yes, I see your point, Mas Abdul. I would agree that sometimes happened, uh, but I believe not all police officers do unprofessional things. I believe
Mm,
that there are some of them, many of them, numerous of them who are very
mm,
professional and uh, are doing the best, are doing their job to the best, right? To
right.
to the bone, to the full, at maximum. But I think, uh, given the fact that we have the case of police brutality to people of color, Black people in the United States of America, for example, I think this case might happen similarly. Uh, police who are police officers who are not progressive do not listen to women. Why do you think so? In some conservative countries, for example.
Mm-mm. Yeah, maybe because of the man has more power than woman. When the police come, maybe the man over will take over to handle everything, to talk with the police, so there is no space for women
Mhm.
uh to talk everything in front of police. And because of maybe some in maybe in a conventional conservative area, conservative country, they believe that the man is leader. The man is leader, so the woman just stay at home, and woman couldn't talk couldn't talk much as men,
Mhm.
and that's why that everything uh everything will be taken by men.
Makes sense,
Mm.
sir. Before uh we finish this up, I have last question regarding this paragraph, sir. If the power is about money and
Yeah.
the majority of, you know, workers are men, how can women in this kind of areas keep up, catch up, and fight back to balance the
Mm.
power, to counter back the power?
Yeah, I think that the best way to solve that problem is one woman. It is impossible, I think. So women have to collect together with another woman. So they have make a community for women, and they can speak together to stand what their opinion, what they want. And it means that the voice of women will be here by anyone, actually, for especially for the government or something like a police or any others. So if there is something bad for one woman, maybe another woman will react to that and will help each other. So one woman, I think it is weak, I think. So so they have worked together with others as as woman.
Wow, you're such an activist for equality of
Mm,
women, sir. I'm happy to hear that. Yes, women stick together, speak up about their concern, and fight back and condemn everything that is illegal and unacceptable for them. And hopefully, the government and the incumbent on top can hear and listen to them appropriately. Right? Next,
right. Mm-mm.
finish this up, sir, please.
Okay. Abi is now in prison. Prison? Okay. Abi is now in prison, awaiting trial for murder. Her friends say she should go free. They believe she killed Moon in self-defense. Others say she must pay for her crime with her own life. Abby's eyes are sad and tired. I don't know what will happen now. All I know is that I killed my husband because I didn't know what else to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the story, sir?
The story is very sad, I think, and the story is very trouble, tremendous and ridiculous, I think. And the story, it is it is happen in reality in our life, and I think it can be our lesson learned to make something can make a woman could be strong and could be more have power to self to make her to fight something bad behavior in their family, it even though it just a self defense, or maybe they can do more, like fight to her husband if there is something bad from her husband behavior.
Mhm.
And the furthermore, uh, uh, it I think it it must it must it have to make I think the government something like that, or some women have speak up to the government to make, or to make a regulation for 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 what, for behavior, for behavior, yeah, for crime in violence,
Mhm.
to protect women in crime from violence, family, what,
Mhm.
kekerasan rumah tangga,
Yep.
violence family, yeah,
Mhm.
to protect women as a object,
Mhm.
maybe. Mhm.
Okay, let's check. What do we say KDRT in English?
Okay.
All right. Okay, it's supposed to be domestic violence against women and girls.
Domestic violence against women and girls. Wow.
Domestic
Very
violence. Domestic
domestic
violence. Jadi bukan
domestic
family
violence.
violence, tapi domestic violence. Okay, sir. But unfortunately, you know what? Abby, or the wife, is now in prison. You know what is the prison?
Yeah, prison is penjara,
Yes, it's a jail.
jail. Yeah.
She is waiting, awaiting trial for murder. But do you think Abby should be forgiven by the court and the judge or not?
Yes. Yes. Abi will be present in the judge, in front of judge, and she have to prove that she doesn't uh doesn't blame.
Mhm. If you were the judge, sir, in the court
Mm.
behind the bar, uh, would you forgive Abby or would you punish her for the crime she committed?
Wow. Yeah, I think that if I would, yeah, I still give punishment to Abi because of her did what she did, because the fact, because if I have something that can that can be what be clearly proven, uh Abi is uh Abi was really what, really 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 want to kill her husband.
Hmm.
I will give punishment that
Yep.
suitable with with her with her crime,
Yes.
I think, because every crime will be get the punishment. I think everything as a crime will get a punishment.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, let's talk about justice, right? We're going to
Mhm.
discuss, is it justified or not with these five statements. So I'm gonna give you like 5 to 10 minutes to prepare. So I want you
Mhm.
to have your stationery with you, your papers, your pens, or your pencils, whatever.
Mhm.
Please case build. All right.
Mhm.
Case build means case building artinya adalah mempersiapkan argumen, right? I want you to take a look at to these five alternatives or solution here. Please read them one by one carefully. And what do you think? What do you think should happen to Abby? Check the opinions you agree with. So after 10 minutes of
Mhm.
preparation and case building, you're going to read this statements one by one and give or deliver your responses and arguments. Either
Okay.
you agree or disagree with the statement. If you agree, why? And if you don't agree, why?
Okay.
So I'm expecting 5 responses to each of them with 5 layers of argumentation coming from you. Do you have any questions?
What do you mean with 5 responses or 5 layers for each question?
So for
It,
example,
mm,
uh, you have 10 minutes to read this and prepare your answers, your responses, or your arguments. So, for example, number one, she suffered a lot, but it is wrong to kill a person. She should stay in jail for the rest of her life. You need to respond to this. Why she should stay in jail for the rest of her life?
okay.
Right? If you agree, if you disagree, why do you think life in prison is not suitable for this crime?
Okay.
Know what I mean? So, for example, if I say I don't agree with number one, why? Because I think she has struggled a lot. She has beaten up by her husband, and she is the victim. She's not the suspect. This is self-defense. I think if you are put in a danger situation, you are normally making, a survival mode, which is a self-defense. Because if she was not doing this, she might be the one who would be dead, right? Who would be killed by the husband. But I think if the punishment is the rest jail for the rest of her life is not appropriate, because life in prison is unfair. And then you can elaborate why it's unfair and what's the most fair punishment for her, something like that. And then the list goes and
Okay.
on until
Okay.
number 5. Clear?
Okay.
Okay,
Clear. Clear.
you have 7 to 10 minutes starts now. Good luck. All right, Mas Abdul, the time is up. Have you done your
Okay.
yes? Have you done
Yeah.
your notes?
Yeah, I already done, maybe a little bit,
Okay.
but I will try to answer the question.
Okay, cool. You have 3 to 5 minutes to speech. Uh, the time is yours.
Okay, for the number one, I agree. Sorry. But it was wrong to kill. Yes, I agree for that. Uh, why? I think kill a person is a hard crime, uh, even though we kill in under pressure or suffered condition or in unlucky condition, and then um she will, yeah, she have to stay for the particular time as punishment given by a judge because of her crime.
Cool. Next.
And next, number two, I don't agree for that. From story above, it is clear that Abi already killed her husband with a kitchen knife, and I think because of their problem, and there was already fight each other, but Abi did what? But Abi already did something shortly way to solve her problem with stab her husband by a kitchen knife with a kitchen knife.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well done. Okay, please, for the next number,
But
please read the statement first and then deliver your responses.
okay, the statement first: she suffered long enough. She should go free. Actually, yes, I agree. She suffered for long enough with that. But why? But 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 why does she go to try to call police or tell to her friends to prove that something bad happened in their family, like violent? Maybe it could help a little bit their problem.
Mhm.
It could help their problem.
Yes, I have a rebuttal for that one, Mas Abdul.
Yeah.
As we have read from the passage, the reason why she didn't call anyone because the police is not reliable. The police is not trustworthy because she said the police do nothing. And if a woman calls the police, her
Yeah.
husband can just give them money and then they'll leave.
Mhm.
And after that, the wife will be even more hurt by the husband. That's why this is just not an option for her. What do you say?
Yeah, because of Abi live not only about their not only just only their not only about Abi and her husband, but I think in their environment, in their around their home, maybe Abi has a neighbor that can help Abi at the first time. Maybe Ivy has to go out from the home to tell to everyone that she met in outside, because without anyone, I think Abby will get lost everything,
Mhm,
because nobody want to help Abby. And Abby and her husband um, didn't have a good relationship anymore. So I think by the time it will worse, or it will be worse, I think, because nobody will have them to fix their problem to be better or to improve their condition, I think.
Mhm. Okay, Mas Abdul, last question coming from me before we go with number 4. Talking about seeking help from neighbors, friends, or families. My question is simple, sir. Why would those people want to get involved?
What?
You said
Mhm.
Abby or the wife should have called or asked help from the neighbors or from
Yeah.
her friends or families. But my question is simple, sir. Why do you think that those neighbors or friends or families would help Abby to begin with? Why they want to
Yeah.
help?
Yeah, because of yeah, because I think that with Abby's stories can help can help what can help yeah, maybe ask ask help for what? I don't have any idea to explain about that,
Yeah.
because the it depends on the what behavior of their neighbor. If their neighbor is individual neighbor, something like that, maybe it will not help to us help to neighbor. But if if her neighbor is kind person, something like that, maybe it will little bit help to maybe it will not help at the first time. Maybe it will not help at the first time, but if Abi Abi it can help Abi when talk to the judge as another proof
Mm,
that the neighbor can help Abi to make the punishment will be
lesser.
what we will be decrease. Yeah, we will be lesser.
Sir, how do
Yeah,
you say
maybe I think.
how do we say saksi in English?
Saksi. Watcher.
Watcher. Oke. Aha.
I
Boleh
don't know.
penonton, tapi
Watcher.
lebih tepatnya witness.
Oh, witness. Yes, witness.
Oke. Next, number 4. Please go ahead.
It was right for her to kill her husband. He deserved to die. No, it wasn't. It 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 yeah, for as the stories mentioned that eh, yes, because of kill someone is a kind of hard crime. So it is it was it wasn't right to kill anyone, even though as a husband or as a wife. So it will get consequences from that, and it wasn't right to kill everyone in everywhere.
Oke, sir. How do we say kejahatan luar biasa in English?
Hard crime.
Not necessarily. Lebih tepatnya extraordinary crimes.
Oh, extraordinary crime. Okay.
So we have the examples of extraordinary crimes are such as murders, right? Terrorism,
Yeah.
drugs dealer, something like
Mm-mm.
that. What about kejahatan yang, you know, minor? How do we say that?
Yeah, I see. Relative crime and what? I don't know.
Good guess, good guess. Yeah, it's called petty crimes.
Huh? Petty crimes?
Yeah, petty crimes. Petty crimes.
Petty?
Mm,
Perry?
petty.
Petty? Okay.
PEDU, yeah. Uh, petty crime. Yes, petty crimes in general are criminal offenses that result in a fine or a misdemeanor charge. Yes, petty crime. Uh-huh.
Mm.
Petty. Petty crime. Contohnya,
Mm.
uh, buang sampah sembarangan, meludah sembarangan di
Mhm.
Singapura. Kalau di Indonesia, uh,
Mhm.
ini ditilang. If you get a ticket, surat tilang,
Yeah. Oh, ya sih.
salah satunya petty crime. Okay, last one. Last but not least, sir, number 5. Mas Abdul, I'm so sorry, but I think your connection is unstable. Your video is kind of breaking up. Like,
Can I turn off my video? Maybe, yeah, you're
oh, now
right.
it's clear.
My connection is,
Now it's
yeah,
clear.
sometimes my connection was unstable. It's unstable now. And can I turn off my video for a while?
Okay, let's try. Number 5.
Okay, for number 5, it is simple. Abby killed her husband, so she should pay with her life. I don't agree for that statement. I think it was not simple. I think terrible. It is complex. It is complex because as our mentions before, that kill someone is a what extraordinary crime.
Mhm.
So uh they so it need some it need it it need what something to it need something to prove that 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 the causes of kill is planned or unplanned condition,
Mm.
and it will it will decide to it will decide about the punishment. Punishment will be worse or will be less
Mm.
because of kill kill by someone. It will get the consequences uh, more worse than unplanned kill, and it needs uh, some proof uh, some proof element to show, to explain, to prove that the the apa the crime is really really true as fact as a fact, because one object was died, so the human died couldn't speak anymore, so just only proven element like object element, or maybe watcher or from
Witness.
witness, and then from the uh, questions and answer that can acceptable and related to reality, or maybe near to the reality,
Mhm.
because yeah, kill somebody so that only one can be answer the question, and only witness, and the korban, what korban,
Victim.
and the victim was already died, so the victim couldn't speak anymore, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all for me.
So are you saying that uh you disagree with the last statement because it's complicated? It's not that simple. It's really complex. It requires a very careful consideration and discussion from the among the judges in the court to decide whether or not it's planned or unplanned killing,
Yeah,
right?
correct, 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 right.
But
Sure, sure.
my question again, Mas Abdul, if if you don't think that Abby does doesn't deserve capital punishment, even though killing is one of extraordinary crimes. So, what kind of crimes do you think should be given a capital punishment?
To Abby, right?
No, no, I'm asking you that you said that you cannot determine now whether or not Abby should be killed for the crime she committed.
Mhm.
Right? Because it requires consideration, deeper analysis, and trial on the court in the court, right? So you can,
Right.
yeah, you cannot just give capital punishment or death penalty to Abby, right?
Right.
So my question is, what specific crimes do you think that is uh justified to be given a capital punishment or death penalty?
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. I don't have any idea to answer that question.
Uh-huh.
I think it's quite difficult to me.
Okay, what about planned killing, planned murder? Do you
Yeah, as I mentioned before, that planned killing is more extraordinary crime than killing is more worse. It's more it's more ordinary crime than unplanned killing. That from punishment, I think, because of planned crime, uh it actually directly directly want to do the crime,
Mhm,
and it means that it will know, it means that they already know the consequences if they kill somebody, something like that. But mm, unplanned killing, it means that because of the situation make them must to do that, because of it will maybe they want to defend their soul also. They
mhm,
don't want to death because of the condition, so they do they do kill, they have to kill someone. But the situation is they are not an army, or they are not in the war situation.
mhm,
They are in the normal as like a civil servant, civil person situation. So uh
mhm,
they are still wrong, but they maybe they just get weak punishment. Maybe they don't get hard punishment. Maybe they don't stay in jail for a long time. Maybe they will stay in jail for a short time. Maybe because they already kill somebody to defend their soul also, because they want to defend their self also. So it will help them to decrease time for punishment in jail. But uh, as long as it can be approved by witness, by the reason that can acceptable by judge. But it very it is very difficult, I think, to prove, because the the what korban, the
Victim?
but because of the victim was already died. So so the judge so the judge uh the judge the judge is very difficult to decide
Mhm.
uh that story is planned or unplanned. And then uh maybe it needs a more what it's more witness.
Mhm. Exactly,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, thank you so much for your constructive answers and comprehensive responses.
Yeah.
After reading the passage and discussing those five alternatives, let's move on to this other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solutions
Mm.
in regard of this major issue. Please take a look at this issue, sir. Which of these ideas can help to stop violence by men against women? Which will not? Why or why not? We still have less than 5 minutes. Just do this very quickly. For example, number one, do you think it's helpful or useless? And why? Women need to learn how to defend themselves. They need to fight back when they are beaten. Helpful or
Mm.
useless?
Yeah, helpful.
Hmm?
Yeah, will help.
Okay.
Number
What
one,
about? Mhm. What about the second one?
you should be strict law to protect. Yes, will help.
Okay. And the third one?
Will not help.
Will not help. Fourth,
Many to be educated to check the thinking ideas. Mm, will not help.
will not help. And last one,
We need to stop the what just yeah, will help.
okay, cool. Thank you so much. From these five solutions, sir, which one do you think is the most uh effective, remedy to be done immediately?
What remedy?
Solution
Or
equal
solution?
remedy,
I think, yeah, there should be strict laws to protect women.
such
It
as
is
like
the
what?
Yeah, like the government should make a regulation to protect women, and the regulation will be consequences if the someone apa melanggar,
Uh,
prohibit,
Melanggar itu violate.
violent that regulation. And the consensus will be divided into extraordinary punishment, something like that, and less punishment, something like that. And it needs some example for that, to make effect jera, to make
Deterrent effect.
huh?
Deterrent effect.
Deterrent effect, as a lesson learning for every husbands and wives. and every woman and man also.
Nice.
So in the future, we hope that it will not happen again and the crime for that will be decreased.
Okay, cool. Last
Mhm.
question, sir, for this meeting. Do you think Indonesian government has already done effective action to protect women?
I'm not sure, but because of Indonesian is a large country and has big population numbers that we know it is very difficult to control every family in each area, and we divide into many numbers of province, and also we can make sure that every family will care about that. But from the, because of the modernizations and improve in technology, now we can get the information clearly, faster from the internet and social media also. It will what it will distribute the information to every family, to in order to every family will accept the government regulation, to follow the regulation, to to change their behavior from bad behavior to good behavior, and pro and woman is and protect woman as and protect woman as a woman. And then there is consequences if there is a violent happen that can be divide in can be decided into a crime. Maybe uh, will be get in jail, maybe something like that.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Mm.
Thank you so much for today's
Thank
discussion, sir.
you.
It's my
Yeah,
pleasure
bye
to
bye.
with you. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Have a good night.